Hello and good morning, audience. Happy gathering with us in broadcasting news program of Polytechnic TV, which will provide you the news which is taken factually from the yield, either from national or international. I'm Luqman, my metric number is 23DLS20F2009, and I will accompany you for 5 minutes later with many kinds of information with my partner RAFIQ.
My name is RAFIQ. My metric number is 23DLS20F2025. Joining with Luqman. Without further ado, let's begin the news today. Due to the breakout of COVID-19 pandemic, 2020 will be a difficult year for most industries around the world. During the lockdown, global supply and demand shocks, as well as domestic variables, have a severe impact on the country's economy. After some of the workers tested positive on 24 March, the Sabah government ordered the shutdown of oil palm fields and mills in 6 districts until April 14. The closure was removed on April 8 after MPIC, MPOA and plantation firms filed appeals. The estates and mills were briefly shut down, affecting over 75% of Sabah CPO production and over 100,000 jobs. The state of Sabah produces 25% of Malaysia's palm oil. FGV Holdings, on the other hand, has voluntarily suspended operations in the Sahabat district of Lahad Datu, Sabah, after 11 COVID-19 instances were discovered on April 20. The plantation closure covers 115,432 hectares and includes 7 mills and 48 estates.
Malaysian palm oil production is expected to expand at a slower pace in 2020 than it was in 2019. The decision is based on the impact of low fertilizer application in 2019, drug in the middle of 2019 that result in low oil palm fruit yield and a brief stoppage of oil palm estates and mills in Sabah owing to the COVID-19 pandemic. The graph below illustrates that the first quarter of 2020 FFB yield is lower than the first quarter of 2020 with an average difference of 0.3 tons per hectare. One of the key factors that influence CPO price movement is palm oil ending stock. In theory, a low stock level will result in higher CPO price and vice versa. Malaysian palm oil stocks are expected to reach 1.9 million tons by the end of 2020, down from 2 million tons in 2019. This could be attributed to a drop in demand from importing countries as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the deferral of the B20 biodiesel mandate. Now we're moving over to Mr. Syafiq to do a live report from palm oil factory. Hello Mr. Syafiq, are you there?
Hi, my name is Mohamad Shafiq. My number meter is 23DLS20F2005, and right now I'm doing a live report from one of the largest palm oil factory in Malaysia. Malaysia palm oil fell by 25% to 3.48 million MT from January to March this year compared to the same time last year. Import from major importing countries such as India, China and the EU were a major factor in the fall. Other significant MPO countries like South Korea, the United States, the Philippines and Japan show an increase in their imports. Demonstrate that the COVID-19 pandemic issue continue to hinder Malaysian palm oil is export into the country in the first quarter of 2020. According to MPOC monthly stock report for March 2020, palm oil stock in importing nations such as China, India and Pakistan decreased. As previously stated, these 3 countries have decreased their import of Malaysian palm oil. Low import in the country have led in decline in palm oil stock since their countries are relying on their reserve meet domestic demand. As a result of this factor, it is expected that the palm oil stock in the key palm oil importing country will fall in the second quarter of 2020.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is FAWWAZ and my metric number is 23DLS 20F and 2019. The coronavirus outbreak also impact the Malaysian palm oil industry. For the example, slow demand from palm oil importing countries and local consumption. Furthermore, the movement control order has disrupted upstream activities such as fertilization, harvesting, FFB collecting, and milling. As a result, there is a shortage of people and logistical challenges which will prevent palm oil production. Now we are going back to live broadcast. Thank you, Mr. Syafiq.
My name is MUZHAFFAR and my matrix number is 23DLS2007. The outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic has caused a decrease in quantity, supply and demand for Malaysia palm oil industry, but the price still remains the same. The equilibrium quantity of supply and demanded for Malaysia palm oil decrease, but equilibrium price doesn't change. And based on this figure, we can see that the demand and supply curve shift to the left, which is known as reduced demand and supply. The change in quantity demand occurred due to change in the price of goods. The decreased demand for Malaysia palm oil stock will cause a corresponding reduced demand for products that contain palm oil like cooking oil, hair care, skincare brands and more. This will also cause the price of the related goods will increase. That was the news of truth and accuracy from the News Republic team. We are hoping everyone is in good condition and also hoping you have a great day ahead. That's all from us. Thank you for joining us today.